Hey guys, I just wanted to do a follow-up on my teeth videos. It has been 3-4 months since I finished with everything, which is so amazing to say I finished with everything. So as you can see, these are it. These are like my teeth for life or for the next 10 or 15 years, because you're supposed to renew them unless you do a really good job taking care of them, and then it'll be even longer than that. I have these. So this one is a cap for my peg lateral, and then here is my fake tooth or my bridge. So this tooth doesn't, there's nothing underneath that. It's just held on by these two teeth here. And then from here to here, these are all also porcelain or caps or veneers or whatever. So all of these in the front are not real. But I mean, you can tell I'm so happy about it that I can just talk and laugh, and I'm a huge laugher now. I'm all about than I've ever been before. It was definitely a journey, 2-year journey. Looking at the first video I ever made, which was a couple of days after, like 6 days after I got my first Invisalign, and it's crazy how much I have changed in just my demeanor and just how, I guess, how happy I am, how confident I am. It's complete 180. And it's actually not under this YouTube video, it's under another one. It's Sophia Castro. I'm gonna have to send you a link to that one because I forgot the password for it and I can't get back in there, and even the recovery email is not right. But yeah, this is my last set. This is it. I have retainers from the top and the bottom that I sometimes don't use, that I should be using. But I mean, there was a slight difference between my temporary teeth that they gave me for 1 week and this one, and that is that these ones are slightly bigger, I noticed, than the ones that I've had for my last video. These are a little bit bigger in size, and I think it's okay because even without them I have a wide smile, so it fits better than if I were to have small teeth. I would say when you first get them, the temporaries are now, of course, they're drilling your teeth and shaping them to fit into this. So the first couple of weeks, I think for the first 2 months, maybe less than that, even a breeze hitting my teeth, it hurt. Drinking with ice, it hurt. Anything that was cold, I could feel like this, and it felt very sensitive. I don't feel that now, which is great. But that was definitely something that I felt in the beginning. Another thing that was weird, I think, is because they put so many injections in this area and here to numb while they were doing these whole procedures, was just where I would get, you know, when you drink like a Slurpee or ice cream and you get that brain freeze? I wouldn't get it here, I would get it in this part right there. So I've been drinking something cold and I would feel it, and it just hurt, and it hurt right here. I guess where your nerves are just feeling the damage of being pinched and numbing cream going in. Every single time I drank something cold, I would just feel like that same feeling that you would get the brain freeze, it would be right here. That has stopped, thank God, because I didn't like that. But, and it's understandable, you put your whole mouth and your teeth through a lot, you're definitely going to see some side effects, and luckily for me it wasn't that bad. But that was something that was interesting, and that I actually don't remember anyone saying anything about. Other than that, I would say it's been the best decision of my life to go through all of this, and I'm still paying for it in terms of not like, you know, emotional or anything, but I'm still paying for it. It's expensive, and I'm very happy to have a supporting mother that gave me a small loan for this. I'm still paying her back, but I I'm so happy now. I can go to anybody and say, hi, my name is this, and I know that when they're looking at me, they're not thinking, oh, she's a child, or she has bad hygiene, it's just genetics. But yeah, or things of that nature, or she can't afford it, I could not afford it. So they were right about that part. But now they see me, and if I smile, they see a beautiful smile, and that's all I've wanted. And I work at a bank, and I've had people, greeting me and like, you have great teeth, and I'm like, thank you. They're expensive. I don't shy away from that because I mean, a lot of people are born with perfect teeth, but let's be real, people have braces, and you see them all the time in high school or whatever, going off, and they have braces, and then that's great because they get to fix it at an early age. And I didn't have that opportunity, but I finally got a job that will allow me to pay for it, and I did it. Was it strange being an adult with braces? Yes, but I was very lucky that it was the Invisalign one, so it wasn't that obvious. I think it's then if I was wearing metal braces, and because at the time I was going through having a gap in my teeth coming out, because this, as I said, is fake teeth, but it was closer. It was closer to my teeth, so there was just a gap all the time. And then with my Invisalign, you wanted that gap to grow, because it's actually here now, so that you can put a fake tooth there. And just thinking about that process happening with braces, with just metal wiring, and then just that gap happening until they can finally fit a pontic in, I think my confidence level would have just dropped. And maybe I'm being self-centered, maybe, but I didn't want to find out. So I did the Invisalign, and yes, there was, this coming out, the gap in the beginning, the first 6 of 14 trays for my first trial only, because I had to do two refinement periods. My first trial, for the first 6 trays that I wore, you see the gap growing. But with the plastic, it made my small tooth look a little bit bigger, and it made that one not so bad. By the time I got my 7th tray, I had a small sliver of a tooth there that just kept growing and growing and growing and growing. And my first refinement ended, they said, well, my treatment ended, and then he said, I think that we need some more space and to push it out more. So I had to do another refinement period. First refinement period, I'm messing all this up. First refinement period was because of that. Then when I finished with that, I said, finally, I can go and I can find a doctor, and he's gonna fit me with one tooth on my small peg lateral, and then a bridge there. Call it a day, happy, bam bam. So I went to see a dentist who I thought, because of my insurance, I would maybe get something for it, but because it's a cosmetic procedure, no. So I went to speak to him, and he just went, well, I see, yeah, we could do the peg lateral, cap it, and we can do here, and this is the price, and yes, your insurance isn't covered, but we'll give you a discount if you do it here. I'm like, okay, let me think about it. I have another doctor I used to use with my last job, because with my last job, my insurance did cover my braces, but I didn't do it then. And I had to pay, instead of paying $1,000 something with the insurance from that job, I had to pay fully $6,000 something with this insurance that didn't cover braces at all for adults. So I went back to that doctor, who my insurance no longer covered, so I haven't seen him since then. I've been going to a different dentist for it, and I said, this is what I want done. And he's the one who actually recommended me to get my molars taken out first, so I got that first taken out. So I had seen him before, he had been my dentist before, it's just that now I'm not gonna pay when I have free dentist cleaning. So I went to see him again, and he is perfectionist, and he told me, I see what you want, but it wouldn't be what you really want, if that makes sense. I see what you're trying to fix, but it's not going to be an overrunning fix for everything that you really want. Yes, it'll take care of what you think you want, because at that time my teeth here are actually smaller than this, and if you notice here, I have like ridges because I used to do this. I had that here. I don't have it anymore. It's smooth all the way through, and they're different sizes. Actually, they're not all one. There's like a little tooth here, but that's perfect because that's what it's supposed to look like. but I used to have the ridges there, and the color was a little discolored, like you know how it's a little lighter at the bottom of the enamel. That was my teeth before. I had my small tooth, and I have another tooth that wasn't there, and another one. It was a mess. But he told me, if you were to fix this tooth and then fix here, you're gonna be disproportionate between your tooth here, because this one of your front teeth is gonna be affected to do the bonding bridge, and yeah, that makes that the other one is not gonna match it. On top of that, your teeth are gonna be all different colors, because if I get this part here done and then here, the other ones that are able to be viewed when you talk or when you smile, with coffee, with wine, with everything, they're gonna change colors. And then these ones are meant not to change colors. So you're gonna have these white teeth, and you're gonna have whatever color happens because of life on the other teeth. They're gonna be different sizes. You're gonna see the enamel difference on one tooth versus the other one as well. And when he told me this, I'm like, you know, you're right. I'm working so hard to have the smile I've always wanted. And you told me when I went to see you for a braces consultation that they were not gonna be perfect. And then when I went to the person who actually did my braces, he also told me they're not gonna be perfect. So I said, okay, I can settle people tell me I'm not gonna be perfect, or I can try to get the best smile that I possibly can, which is what he was showing me that I can do, but it's gonna take more work. So I said, okay, I'm gonna go through with what you want, because I know you, I trust you, and I see that you are a perfectionist. You think about the aesthetic of things, the mathematic equations that go all into your face being symmetrical and all of this. So I said, sure. So I had to have another set of refinements, because he said, I want more. I want more space. I want this tooth to shift more to the side. So that was another 14 trays in there. So what was supposed to end in 1 year took 2 years to end. And then I had to get gum contoured. So on the tiny tooth, it was different. It would go here and then it would dip. So it's just only a small sliver of a tooth was showing. So he said, I want to contour that gum so that it's all level. So I said, fine. I was scared, but I did it. And then he ended up contouring this part too, the big tooth, just the gum, because there was nothing underneath it. And he said the only reason we're doing that is that when you put the tooth in, it will fall better on it. Okay, so we did that. That wasn't fun. There was a bit of bleeding, and when I brushed my teeth, it started bleeding again, but it was like a 2-day thing, and then it was fine. It didn't hurt or anything. You could do everything you basically could do, even though the instructions say, I think like for 6 weeks not to do anything. But in 2 days I was fine, and then I went back for him to check it, and then he said, okay, let's go ahead and take care of it. We did the mold. Had to come back. He gave me the teeth, the first set of teeth. So he shaved down my teeth, but he put needles in so I couldn't feel it. I think the only part I felt was this tooth, because I think it was already so close to where the root of the tooth was that after a while I'm like, I'm feeling it. And so I had that set of teeth. I came out and I couldn't believe, not this ones, but the ones before, which were just a smidge smaller. I couldn't believe that I had a full set of teeth. There was no gaps, there was nothing, because the Invisalign did help, but if you look down, you can see that there was a hole there. And sometimes when I smile, a bubble will pop up, and I drank coffee, and I ate things I shouldn't have, so my teeth always looked yellow no matter what I did. That's not true. It was my fault. It was because of what I did that they always looked yellow. I wouldn't take them out to eat or drink or anything, because when I took them out, I had no tooth there, and this was small, and it just did not look good, and I'm not gonna take it out in front of people. So I ate with it, and the price is that whatever I ate became part of the tray too. Fine. It was over. I had them done. I was so happy. I was smiling. Everything was good, and then this tooth started becoming blue. I don't know why. It started getting dark. It was like a stain, and the stain started growing here. This is on the temporary veneers, and I had to wear them for like 2 weeks. And for the first few days it was fine, and then this thing just started coming out, and I tried brushing them, and it said that be careful when you brush, but I was just going at it. I'm like, I don't understand. I tried mouthwashes, I tried everything, and it was still blue. And then, you know, I finally couldn't take it because I felt unhappy of something I was happy about. So I called them, and they told me, just come in. And he told me when he first did it, you know, if you need to do another set, we'll do it. But I felt bad that he would have to do that. So I called them and I told them, and they said, well, you can come in the next couple of days and get your permanent. And I'm like, well, I'll stop being a baby, I'll hold it off, and then I'll just come in and get my permanent set in. So I did that, and when I went there, he saw, he said, because these are the temporary ones, they're not sealed so much to the teeth, so maybe when I was eating something went inside my tooth and it got stuck out in there, and that's why it was blue. But that was annoying. It really was, because I was happy to smile, and then it was just like this strange stain on my teeth. So I finally got these on, and the thing about it was that every time when I first got them, my mouth was numb, so I was like this, and I looked at them and I thought, I don't know how I feel about it, because they were bigger than my temporaries, and when I first saw them it was shocking, because I thought, oh, I felt like the other ones looked better. But I don't know how to tell him that, even though he's asking me, because I don't like to, I don't know, express my opinion about something that's going to be permanently in my mouth. But I felt uncomfortable telling him, these look a bit big, and I was more comfortable with the one you put before. And when you go out like this, and then that's all you see is just, it took me a while to like them, to be honest with you. After I was done with everything, after I waited all this time, after I paid so much money, I finally had what I wanted, and it just took me a moment to really appreciate and be happy that I am done. It's a beautiful smile, if I say so myself. And it's not a fairy tale feeling. It doesn't, I thought that once I would get it done, that it would just take care of all my problems, you know, like I would have so many friends, and I think it's understandable. I would have the confidence to go out and like talk to people and make friends. It just means I have pretty teeth.